Welcome to the channel. You're watching another episode of BangBets Daily, brought to you by Lit757. And in this video, we'll be going over our NBA picks for today, Thursday, November 30th. Let's get into it. Sweaty! And recapping our picks from Wednesday night, we had the Magic laying 9.5 against Washington. They covered for us, took care of business. Next up was the Suns. They couldn't get it done against the Raptors. I watched a little bit of that game, man. Suns just struggled, just an off night. And sometimes when you're on a big win streak like that, you're due for a loss. So just a learning lesson. Just got to keep that in mind next time we're taking a look at a team like that. And then we had Denver laying 5.5 at home against the Rockets, man. They took care of business. So we improved to 2-1 on the night, profitable as always, improving to an 8-2 run on the week. I mean, we're doing big things, man. We're doing big things. This is not hard, y'all. Just tap in with me, hit that subscribe button, tell me, and watch your bankroll grow. First game up, we got the Brooklyn Nets hosting the Charlotte Hornets. Total sitting at 226.5. Spread sitting at 7.5. It's actually jumped up to 8.5 in the 30 minutes between me making this graphic and recording this. And we'll get into why. But Charlotte coming in 5-11, 12th in the East. Lost their last two. Most recently, lost their last one to the Knicks, 91-115. Brooklyn coming in 9-5, 9th in the East on a 3-game win streak. They won their last game at home against Toronto, 103-115. And let's get right into it, man. I really like Brooklyn here. Brooklyn leading Charlotte in almost every statistical category for basketball. Charlotte's going to be without their best player in LaMelo Ball. He's out with an ankle injury. Their rookie, Brandon Miller, is a game-time decision, also with an ankle injury. And no Cody Martin as well. Knicks missing Ben Simmons, of course. Cam Thomas is a game-time decision. Let's see what they're saying on him. Likely to play against Charlotte. That's a big plus. So that makes the pick even more obvious, man. Give me Brooklyn laying a 7.5, 8.5. They'll probably win this game by 15 plus. I just don't know how this Charlotte team hangs tight in this one without LaMelo, man. Next up, we got the New York Knicks hosting the Detroit Pistons. Detroit coming in 2-6, 15th in the East on a 15-game losing streak. Lost their last game against the Lakers, 133-107. I can't believe last night I had a glimmer of hope for this team, and then I watched them go out there and just show me nothing and just get punished. So we'll save it. Knicks coming in 10-7, 5th in the East. Won their last game against Charlotte, 91-115, as we said earlier. This is just another game, man, where we're just going to, we're going to be square and take advantage of a clear mismatch. A very clear mismatch. On the injury report, Pistons likely to be without Joe Harris and Bogdan. Knicks got everybody. Knicks not missing any notable names on the injury report. So, like I said, we're just going to be square and take advantage of a clear mismatch here. Give me the Knicks laying a 13.5. They should cover this easily. I mean, I personally always prefer a smaller spread because anything can happen, but I just can't find an angle for this game to be close. Knicks lead in every category by a pretty wide margin. So I'm going to stick with my gut on this one, man. New York get it done for us. Bronson, Randall, Barrett. Let's see what happens tonight. Next up, we got the Miami Heat hosting the Indiana Pacers. Spreads at 2.5. Totals at 239.5. In the 30 minutes between me making the graphic and recording this, spreads actually down to 1.5. So the bookies leaning more towards Miami right now. Pacers coming in 9-7, 6th in the East on a 1-game skid. Lost their last game at home against a trash Portland team where we backed them as 13-point favorites, and they sold us out. Miami coming in 10-8, 7th in the East, on a 3-game skid. Lost their last game at home against Milwaukee, respectable opponent, 131-124. And let's check the injury report. Jalen Smith, I don't know if y'all seen that play last game, but he did something to his knee for sure. But they got him listed with the heel injury. He's out. McConnell's game time decision. No Harrow. Bam, game time decision. But of course, he's going to play. Jimmy Butler listed as a game time decision as well. They got him. Most recent report says Jimmy Butler is iffy against Indiana. Even if Jimmy doesn't go, give me the heat, man. I'm not backing this Pacers team. I like that. I like that the spread went down. I just realized what I said earlier. If the spread went down, it's because they're actually favoring the Pacers. So let me correct myself. But either way, give it to me. I like it. I think Miami's going to win this game. They play defense. They rebound. Indiana doesn't do either one of those two things well. And that's why you see them losing the game as 13-point favorites to a team like Portland. And I know people get wrapped up in the fact that they put up all those points. You know, they average 127 points per game, but they also have the 27th defensive rating. You put up points, you scored 150 points, but you also gave up 150 points. They don't play no defense. So give me Miami to take care of business against this Indiana team, man. And then our last matchup, we got the Chicago Bulls hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Spread sitting at 7.5, total sitting at 227. Chicago, man, 5-14, 13th in the East on a 5-game losing streak. Trade rumors swirling. I mean, how do you get behind this Chicago team right now? Honestly, how do you get behind them? Milwaukee 13-5, second in the Eastern Conference on a 3-game win streak. Won their last game on the road against Miami, and now they're in Chicago. Injury report: Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan questionable. LaVine is questionable. He left the last game early. And no notable names out for the Bucks. All of our matchups for tonight, man, just we're taking advantage of blatant mismatches. If any of these teams lose these games, it would blow my mind. I mean, come on, Milwaukee. No way. Give me the Bucks, man. Laying the 7.5. Take care of business. This should be relatively sweat-free, especially if one of the two of DeRozan and LaVine don't go. If neither one of them go, then this is just free money. And I promise you, this spread will probably jump up if it comes out that either one of them or both of them aren't playing. So get it while you can, man. Milwaukee Bucks minus the 7.5. I don't think that number's going to last long. Recapping our picks for today, we got the Brooklyn Nets laying 7.5 at home against Charlotte. And then we got the New York Knicks laying 13.5 at home against Detroit. Then we got the Miami Heat by 3 points against Indiana. And lastly, we got Milwaukee laying 7.5 against the Chicago Bulls. Lock that up as well. Like I was saying earlier, man, all 4 of these games I feel like are clear mismatches. The only one that I anticipate to actually be a decent basketball game is, Pacers Heat. But these other 3, man, New York, and Milwaukee, all 3 of those should be locks. All 3 of those should be sweat-free. All 3 of those teams have clear mismatches. All 3 of those teams are playing worser opponents who are missing key pieces. I just really like those plays, man. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Follow the page on X. Follow the TikToks at BangBets, at Lit757. We out.